I'm looking to read some math books while we're in this new math unit. This one's called 12 Snails to 1 Lizard. It makes me think about 12 inches to 1 foot in the ruler. It says A Tale of Mischief and Measurement by Susan Hightower and pictures by Matt Novak. 12 snails to 1 lizard. I sure do love to watch you work, Milo, drawled Bubba Bullfrog as he sprawled back in the cool grass by the riverbank. In fact, there's nothing I like better on a warm day than watching a beaver work. I'd even give you a hand, but we bullfrogs don't have strong teeth or sharp claws or nice flat tails like you do. You make a fine audience, Bubba, answered Milo Beaver, but if I don't get help with this branch soon, the pond may be dry by summer. What? Bubba said. The pond dry? Today is April 1st. And it's the last day of the rainy season, explained Milo. If I don't get that dam fixed before the rain comes, all the rainwater will run off downstream and over, and our little pond will be dry all summer. Dry pond, no bugs. Wait a minute, Milo. I may not have strong teeth or a flat tail, but we bullfrogs are very smart fellows, boasted Bubba, and I'd be happy to think about your problem for a while. Thinking isn't going to patch that hole in my dam, Bubba. I found a nice strong branch yesterday, but it was a bit too big, so I took a little off each end. Then it was too small, and it washed right through. Milo scratched his head. I have to figure out a way to cut a branch so it will fit just right. Measurement. You know, said Bubba, my nephew's hopping class hopped that part of the creek just the other day, and their teacher told them it was exactly 36 inches. Measurement. How long is an inch? Asked the beaver. Oh, I say an inch is about as long as a healthy snail, Bubba replied. 1 snail, you say? If 1 snail is as long as 1 inch, and I were to line up 36 snails, feelers to tails, they would measure 36 inches, right? Sounds like quite a job rounding up all those snails, Bubba answered. But I believe 36 healthy snails, feelers to tails, would measure 36 inches. So cool! So he's gathering all the snails and then kind of leading them over to nearby the branch that he's thinking about using. I don't know what I'm going to do, Bubba, sighed Milo, sitting down for a rest. These snails are the slowest creatures on earth. They're happy to help, but by the time I get all 36 lined up, the rainy season will be gone. Bubba leaned back. Well, Milo, I seem to recall that 12 inches equals 1 foot, so 36 inches is the same as 3 feet. How long is a foot? Asked the beaver. Oh, I say a foot is about as long as one of the iguana boys, answered Bubba. An iguana lizard, you say? Measurement. Non-standard units. Snails and iguanas are non-standard units. Inches, foot, yard, 1 inch, 12 inch, 3 inch. Those are standard units. I'm hearing so many things here. If 1 young lizard is as long as 1 foot, and if I were to line up 3 young lizards, nose to tail, they would measure 3 feet, which is the same as 36 inches, right? Lizards aren't snow like snails, and I do believe if you lined up 3 lizards, nose to tail, they would measure 3 feet, Bubba replied. So now he has 3 lizards, puts them together. Oh, but they're standing on their heads. I don't know if that's the measurement they're thinking of. And now they're carrying the branch away with the beaver on top. I don't think that was his plan. I don't know what I'm going to do, Bubba, panted Milo, plopping down for a rest. These silly lizards won't hold still. The rainy season will come and go, and I'll still be chasing them. Well, Milo, said Bubba, it seems to me that 36 inches equals 3 feet, and 3 feet is the same as 1 yard. How long is a yard? Asked the beaver. Oh, I'd say that yard is about as long as Betty Jane Boa, answered Bubba. So if I could get Betty Jane to stretch out next to this branch, I could measure 1 yard, which is the same as 3 feet, which is the same as 36 inches. Right? Snakes aren't slow like snails. There is only one of Betty Jane. You don't have to worry about part of her running away or getting into trouble while you were lining up the other part. And I do believe she measures very close to 1 yard. Cool plan. Okay, there she is. Stretches her out. Oh, but she wrapped herself around the beaver because she's a boa constrictor. So the beaver went running away. Bubba, Milo whispered, Betty Jane seems happy to help, but I don't like the way she's looking at me, kind of with hunger in her face. How do I know Betty Jane measures a yard anyway? Well, Milo, I do believe that Betty Jane is 1 yard long. In fact, I'll prove that. Wait here. Milo runs, goes to his house. There it is! He found a yardstick. We know about those. Here, Milo, this is a yardstick. It is exactly 1 yard long. Put it down next to Betty Jane and tell me if that isn't 1 yard long snake. Wait a minute, Bubba. You mean to tell me that this stick is exactly 1 yard long? It sure is, see? It's divided into 3 feet. There are 3 of them. It's also divided into inches. There are 36 of them. Yep, that's 1 yard exactly. You mean I don't have to spend hours pushing those slimy lizards into a line? I didn't have to run myself ragged trying to get those 3 lizards to stand still? I didn't have to risk my life with that snake? I could have just used this piece of wood to measure 36 inches. That's right, said Bubba Bullfrog with a grin. I guess next time you want to borrow my yardstick? Yes. And then he's chasing the frog away. And the snake says, too bad, I was hoping for a few inches of frog. Now that makes me think about the yardstick that I showed people the other day. With that inch measurement here, and then the 12 inches makes 1 foot. 3 of those feet together makes the yard. If only Bubba had taken out this at the beginning, things could have been smoother. Bubba,